Ascent, a pretty fun one to start us off on. Definitely one of the older maps in the pool. A classic, and
okay, T1 on defense, RRQ on attack. We got a frenzy,
of course. I'm
triple
curious
ghost.
to see mainly if T1 is going to show us
triple,
what we kind of expected
double
from
ghost,
them,
triple
and if RRQ
classic.
can keep up this great form.
And we are going fast. Flash for close.
What
do we got? Let's check out this fast strat. Flash for close, flash for sight. Where does the knife go? Omen flash.
I think that RRQ has had
Then,
some
I guess it's flash close, and then it's going to be updraft into sight, and then flash for sight.
Maybe regretting the pred a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see how it does
flash for close.
all pan out.
Looking on the floor for his lineup,
can work out.
and knife goes in, smoke up, dash into sight with another flash. Really cool, man. Very, very nice. He ate that flash on sight as well.
First blood found, plant coming through.
Also, the frenzy melted him.
20 seconds into the round. See what the setup looks like here. For now, it's just going to be Flipshider sat back. Does have that fragment, but waiting for his moment to strike is Carpe as well assessing.
Them's the afterplant positions, one in B main.
On close angle. Recon up over the top to see what he can spot, but Elmi more quick to clear it, not going to get pinged out.
Flipshider here on
dash
the left.
into nothing.
Really key to see when the timing
There's the
is.
paranoia.
Don't dash anymore. Holy. Look at this, it's so well timed. Yeah, RRQ, man.
Based on recent timing, but it is going to
looks
definitely be
good.
an RRQ round. I think the fact
Very
that
nice
they get
pistol
onto
from
the
them.
site basically for free, and Rossi couldn't stop them while Flash. I mean, the entry was just too clean, right?
At this moment in time, and I want to say it before this game ends, just so that I got it in before, I do think this is the third team to go to Shanghai. After what I've seen so far, and I know DRX are close as well, but I do think it's Gen G, Paper X, RRQ.
Run and guns with the frenzy. We've been seeing players.
That's where I'm at the moment. Just before this.
When you have a frenzy or a stinger in hand,
even though my pick'ems are here, after that other game that I saw, the Bleed game, and I know Bleed again didn't look good, but it's just like RRQ do look pretty drilled.
See a relatively big stack for T1 over towards the B side of the map. Not too surprising.
Why RRQ over DRX? I just think they look better, but it's I still don't know where to put DRX. That's the issue. I have no idea where I put DRX at the moment. DRX needs to play.
Risky. Maybe they get caught out.
Needs to give me another game.
Trying to do something here.
Did the DRX play next week?
Their spot, as it's only Saya player out here in mid, checking for what he can see, but no contact just yet.
They played Genji? Okay, then we'll get a good idea.
Down to 50 seconds, RQ now going to start inching their way a little bit closer to this A site, but T1, given the weaponry, given that they're not spotting or hearing anything at all, basically just have to stay statuesque in their positions. I realize it's going to be a pretty swift strike once it does start, but there you go. Entry coming through, up on top of Jen for Jemkin.
30 seconds left.
A little bit of util burned here. Still plenty remaining for
whole of kickoff group C going Shanghai. Oh yeah, that's true.
Gonna have to try to clear out this turret.
Dude, I think there's a high possibility of it.
Just gonna swing back in. Takes outside play first, then
yeah, I like their afterplant stuff at the moment as well. Everyone knows their roles and their afterplants at the moment.
Jump out at exactly this time. I'll find a member of T1, and that he did. And this is pretty much not going to happen for T1, just trying to get in position to die to the spike.
Yep.
We'll see if Elmimore wants to maybe deny some of that, but
he does only have a ghost, so he can hang around a little bit longer if he wants to try to get some picks, but no, then he's not spotting anything. Looks like he will just opt to go ahead, keep his life intact, and overall, a flawless anti-eco here for the side of RRQ.
Fine with this.
Start things off 2-0.
When you got these guns,
very nicely done.
And you're saving, having to buy any armor or anything like this.
A clean entry over onto the B side.
Fine.
Very much just
get an extra rifle into it, or
not wanting to get picked off, not wanting to have any kind of surprise shots.
An attack judge on a Sova.
Take their time, manages to get them the round win.
So they're going to pistol around, and they're so confident in their exec.
Strategy,
we've got a gun for the afterplant.
Really trying to get into the heads of their opponents, and already seeing
let's find out.
Taste of that. It is still very early, but
same pistol.
So far, so
Flash
good for
close.
them. Let's see if they can pick up a bonus here as
Into
they are
knife.
looking to go in. And,
oh boy! Well, there goes the whole strat. This was the guy that was meant to go into sight and get flashed in.
Setup there
So
on the angle, not just playing straight in front of Lobster in quotations. As the drone to search.
He got absolutely melted, by the way.
Yep. Meanwhile, just rotating out of that one is RRQ. Kind of hamstrung now at this point. Nice little push out here from Saya player and his buddy Izu, just trying to get some information. Gonna see
good reaction.
Straight potentially.
It's just around the corner, but as he swings in, there's a
little heads up. There's the guns there.
Taken down by the headshot is thrown there from Elmi Moore.
Cross
in towards short.
They are just taking timings everywhere.
As well. T1 very much have this site stacked up. Turret there for contact.
Someone's watching this though, right? At least the turret is. Okay, nice. That's pretty good.
Gets the catch. Elmi Moore slinking around the back. Has a judge in hand, but also the sheriff. But is he ready?
They're aware of this every time in there. Nicely done.
Back over to switch
okay, and then in terms of T1 here, one armor rebuy. Was a little bit bold to push here, but I think they had a good read. As soon as they killed this guy, I think they knew that it was a 5-person push, so that's why we just had the reaction over towards A.
RRQ trying to be very sneaky on the map. Just multiple members trying to sneak into spots, and T1 handled it excellently. Saya player started it off here. A little push himself. Rossi handles this very nicely, sensing the pressure, and then picks up his third right there.
You guys are trash, bro.
Well, it's round 3. Maybe a little bit early, but
that's very early.
Feeling it, so you gotta respect the confidence. He has been performing well, you know, despite the misfortunes.
Lombot just in front of the shock.
Still has been putting up decent figures, so it looks like he's off to a very solid start.
Yeah, I do feel like, honestly,
that's one of those ones that
your confidence level
people
can certainly affect how you play. So even if you're just saying it for yourself or also for your teammates, just to get people hyped and say, no, we're better than these guys. You know, he might not absolutely feel like they're trash, but it's good to say it.
Oh yeah, you gotta, dude, you gotta say that stuff anyway. Get everyone super confident.
Player's gonna take him out.
Especially if you're swinging stuff like this on your defense dry, you gotta get the confidence in the team. Okay.
Flip's now gonna be taken down.
I mean, is this just not two dry jaws? But they, I mean, it was double swing each time.
Damage saw him knocked down to, I think, about 60 in the last round. Now down to 50. Scarpe will just again double stack in here to boats alongside Excurate. Spraying through is Elmi Moore, going to be able to displace both of them, and that just goes ahead and equalizes the player count.
The confidence that A was showing, B was not showing the same confidence. That's what I'm saying. They were so passive with some of these angles.
In this round, I mean, every time it's just one-tapping people down. They're going to need him, though, for this retake, as Jemkin and Elmi Moore in a pretty good spot here.
Suits being across, Rossi now going to be noted. Jemkin having a good idea about where two of them are. Saya noted over in B main as well. It's just about whether or not they can actually stave this off. The rush in, Jemkin going to be able to shut that one down.
That was nice, though. That was so impressive. Sick run from Saya. This 3v2 retake was good. Dude, these guys backside needed to get some kind of info.
And very nicely done.
Even just like a jump spot or something at one point.
Starts out with Saya pressuring double peek out of A main. They get that first kill. That's it here. Wasn't even, I mean, it kind of was just Saya by himself. Then he gets this one and picks up a third as well. And eventually he's the first one to go onto the site here, so he does go down, but his teammates
a nice round from them.
Easily do clean
just
that
a lot of confidence.
I love it, you know, Saya plays the platform in front of him, so it kind of looks like
attack Odin, defense Odin, and we are going for the EG Odin spam on short. As we can see, no one over here, so they shouldn't get anything.
And looks like the operator's going to work for him this time.
Let's just pass and
see how many kills he can pick up in this round with this. As T1 certainly getting back in control of this map with the last couple of round wins.
Yeah, so his teammate covers top
very much out
mid.
wide.
We go for the swing on this one, and the drone comes in early. Oh man. Yeah, that's so funny because they broke this wall, which means that it's spammable, and then you can just straight up spam it back. They literally broke the wall for him to spam this guy.
Were watching the desk, the pre-show, there was a bit of talk, at least some mention about some overheating from the side of Saya player. I think extremely aggressive to go ahead and do that, and it almost looked like RRQ were
oh my god,
right?
I'm back here.
Had a nice setup, drone over the top, and immediately the second he's spotted, he's just dead.
Good luck. One.
Needs to be able to get out of this
Kill
position.
3.
Just take 2 down
Did
with
2.
him. So
Still did great.
From the new IGL is that is not where you want the TP
no.
to. Carpe able to get the punish there onto his
absolute blunder, bro.
Down. Now things very well can slip out of their hands. Carpe at 71 sends out the dart.
30 seconds left.
Moore gets himself across the opposite side, the drone to try to chase. Pulls back into the site itself. Oh, but does Carpe read this? Well, now he hears the tap on the spike, so he knows. Shock dart thrown down. Moore taking a little bit of damage,
that was really close. The shock was on his head as well. I mean, they were gonna. It looked like they were gonna win the round anyway until the missed TP, which honestly would have been
then
devastating. Stra's gotta thank them.
This is the start, by the way. They just get the spot onto Saya. They get the pick on Arasi. And you're thinking it's all over. It eventually was. Got pretty interesting down in the 1v1, and Elmior handles this very well.
So I'd have to watch that back again, you know, from the original POV. But I think one of the biggest things that you need, if Saya's going to go on that kind of push, that 0 point from Rossi needs to come out as soon as you hear the initial setup from that drone to go ahead and cancel it. If you're able to do that, Saya can get away with positioning that aggressively. But without that, he just gets tagged and absolutely taken down. Hunter's Fury now out from Elmi Moore, just fishing to see if he finds
this is a free site, and money is very, very low. And not the best guns to retake in terms of an op, but they have knives. You would imagine they pop knives for this one, but you can't pop knives when this is going on, so pretty hard retake. And we gotta take a look at the Killjoy, who pushes through mid as the KO ult hits the Killjoy. Takes down the alarm bot, and no one is even considering the lurk at the moment. So all they got to do on site is delay, because this guy is behind 2. What a lovely round from them. What a lovely, lovely round from them. Straight up A site hit. You got the delay, they're all focusing on retake, and then the person just walks past as the util goes down.
In that round as well, another operator for Saya, and they get flawless on just a clean entry, and look at that. I mean, that's pretty rough for Carpe, and then not checking this angle, Xfero, perfect timing to just get them down, and Saya's like, well, I'm trapped, I might as well just go for it. Yeah, he's got a lot to say about that one, and I would be hyped after that.
Yeah, and to do this on a big buy round as well was really, really good. They know they can't afford the Odin, so they go for their B hit. Is it the same B hit as earlier? No, it's not. I was wondering if just any opportunity they know they don't have an Odin, they just go for this B hit, because they know it's so good, but this is a different one.
This looks like that is going to be the call.
Killjoy ult goes in, there is a area back site, but a lot of time there's util for this, and we are going forward.
He's going to try to give his life for the cause here. Up over the top, does manage to find one. Carpe, at the same time, finishing off Elmi Moore.
Carpe got a kill? Yeah, these guys have to double flood.
Flips with covering fire, able to find Excurate. Carpe now dead, and Side player will...
I mean, they had to try to protect the guy back site. Still a 2-on-2. This guy's here very early, and this is Spank.
All things considered, not too bad for the side of T1.
Very early.
Might be able to get this pick as Izu. Gonna get the jump on Australia.
I thought he was gonna miss him.
Down. Still a lot of time.
Yeah, hey, nicely done in the end from T1. Yeah, bold play over towards B to go for this. Carpe hit, like Carpe's shot is the only reason in my mind this one's doable. It was a lovely fast flank as well. So they get some gun upgrades as well on top of this. Dude, this is
some early damage.
Back and forth, Philly.
I mean, Zaya saying, you know what, I will sacrifice myself to at least try to get a trade. Flips, opens things up really nicely, but it's this misunderstanding about where Izu could be. Not respecting that potential flank through B main, and then just stranding the spike.
Very nice adjustment there at the end as well.
T1's money's still pretty low. This is low also, but
there's
other people with high money and we have knives, so next round is a buy for RRQ if they lose this. T1 eco, but they got it. I mean, you want to see all 3 of these ults. Maybe not as much this one, but at least these 2 ults.
General Saya things, and he's going to take out the turret.
Clear on the alarm bot. It's just the poking and prodding phase. Both squads trying to take away some of this more stagnant utility from the other side. Make sure they can't be notified. Saya once again going on a bit of a walkabout, playing a fairly
Timing does not fill me with confidence on this.
Nothing spotted. Dash to the ready. Spots one, but Elmimore just continues to
gotta
swing
commit with that.
Catches him in the head. Right there through the corner. Now flash denied as Rossi does get nullified, and Jemkin will be able to go ahead and take him down.
This looks like if you wait long enough over towards A, Sai is going to peek you.
4 members will be able to get the plant, and I think overall T1, Carpe and Extra left alive.
How many rounds has he peaked?
Just
pretty much every round so far, apart from a few.
Maybe a little bit of fight here actually, as Xfero thinking about maybe trying to take them out, but
all of the big Byrons actually.
Yeah, certainly the fact that Sai is just going to be caught out essentially for free, and then the entry is so quick from the side of RRQ. Didn't really leave T1 with many options. As we did, I think it was Rossi not able to throw a flash out either, just gets daggered and does get the 1 kill, but then it was kind of just an easy cleanup for RRQ, leading to a pretty free round here.
Yeah, I mean, Xfero still hunting.
It was just a peek here.
It
didn't make sense to do this little peek.
I was going to say, I honestly wouldn't
like
mind
walk out. Like if you want to walk out, and especially when you popped your dash,
one charge away from having the lockdown. Now he has that
like be ready to shoot. And do like a little info jiggle.
Killed, that would have cost him his weapon, but he would still gain that
Caesar, thank you so much for the 13 months. Thank you.
And the lockdown going into this one as a timeout, I believe.
You know what, Caesar? I think there's a chance that happens. Do you know how mad that is?
See how this one goes down. Oh, they just kind of line up for it, and slight adjustment.
Things they need to look about 20 times better than they did last time, but.
And it is a timeout from the side of T1. All things considered, I mean, still kind of close in terms of 5v3.
Is this literally a timeout to just tell Saya to chill out a little bit?
Me, outside of that one,
like you're forcing it too hard.
Near thrifty from T1, I think RRQ is mostly.
I think Bleed beats Zeta. I think there's like a more of a chance than people think. I think it's like a 35, 65 to Bleed. As in to 35 to Bleed. Let me correct that. 35% to Bleed. 65 to Zeta.
We get ready to go back into this one, but for now, quick interjection from Coach Autumn to pump the brakes.
But I think I'm still on the Bleed copium for a lot of it.
If you were the coach in that moment.
I mean, given his success rate after time,
because last couple of their last game was an absolute shocker.
Out of Alex's book and just say, turn your brains off and shoot a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes
I don't want you to think. I just want you to play.
Okay. Yeah.
And RRQ change it up to their fast A, and they're not just going to get hit by the knife. Flash goes in, they go close, recon at the top, knife goes in, hits 2. Okay, so all they wanted to do is just aggro A control.
Especially out of that A main, we have seen a couple of times, but outside of that,
1, 2, 3, 4.
just him getting punished.
Another big buy round for them, so I would like to see these ults. Does it go the same way as that other round we had?
All here, going down the catwalk.
Don't.
Again, wanting to go for this peek, but they're inside the smoke now here on Cat. Double stacking out side player able to find one.
His confidence is still there.
They both strike.
At least they're on short to potentially trade him.
Dash forth, trying to get themselves into the site, and Carpe just not ready for it. Jemkin just dashes in and
I've never seen a team that wants to be so proactive on their defense.
What? Like, it just seemed like the communication failing, or they didn't quite spot them getting in onto the site, and now it's going to be up to Saya next year to try to retake this one.
I'm not sure you need to do that on this map. Like, it's good to throw in every time, like every so often. Oh.
Saya takes him down. Doesn't even take any damage.
Damn. Okay, well.
Will find Estrella. What a
respect, man.
Here.
He's popped everyone.
From a
double short again, bro. 50 now. You're up to 50. 5 gifted right now. Thank you so much, chat. You know what to do. Get some slug Oilers in.
Coach Achilles, you were kind of right. They turned their brains
off. Crazy guy, bro.
Hit their shots at the end of the day.
50 in like 3 days.
Very nice angle from Saya, and then.
Thank you so much for the support, man. Appreciate you.
3. Xgrid does finish it off at the end.
Yeah, and that's a relieving sight there for Autumn.
Yeah, they're happy, but they don't look too satisfied just yet. Still a close map.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Estrella was IGLing today. 0, 5, and 3.
Damn, bro. What?
Well, sometimes that's
Walk
the way
contact
it goes.
over towards A as well. Money, at
All in
least,
there.
after
That's a
this is
side
pretty
moment.
good. And they still have a lot of ults, so
Now,
maybe after this
really heavy
timeout,
stack
they feel a
outside
bit
of the A site here
revitalized.
for
It still didn't
RRQ,
feel with
still
like
money,
confident
so
rounds.
purchase,
It was more just a
not able to
solo
get that
play
dash
again.
off in time.
In fact, a lot of
Jimkin's
T1's
entry
rounds have been
getting
solo
disrupted. Very
plays,
nice 0
just
point
like
there from
Hero.
Rossi
Oh
as
boy.
Hunter's Fury now coming through from Carpe.
What's the
But he
key with
comes
this?
Back over towards Wine, and Tag's not quite going to be found.
I mean, honestly,
Rossi just reading a time.
worked out pretty sick.
Hunter's Fury probably pushed them back.
Tags him in the corner and just gets to spam after.
In towards A main and away from this archway. It just reads
Daya,
into absolute
I'm looking at the
perfection.
mini map.
Yeah,
Not surprised he was middle here. 5 HP though, like he's a little bit
He
unlucky.
does line that one up. Saya does get punished in mid though. And now RRQ maybe looking to regroup this direction. Carpe's got to set up here towards tree, but it does look like they could be heading towards B at this point in time, as it is
Oh,
only,
this is kind of nice though.
Executed, of course, on
Knife
the
goes
kill
in
day
and they
over
hit
on this
one in
site.
terms of the omen.
Maybe gonna look in a peek
They
to see what
decide
they
to
can
go
see.
B here right now.
And
Would
they're not gonna
heavily
see
work.
anything as
The
T1 at
knife-
the moment are just playing the
I mean,
sites.
If this omen had omen ult, then maybe.
And we do
Ah, man, they
have
do the
a
leak
setup
smoke
here.
as well.
Carpe's just lining them up, picks up 2 for the one.
Yeah, and this
Elmimore
omen
finally
should
does
be
take him
getting
down.
kills in a sec. When does the
He's trying
smoke
to get
go?
in here quickly, but as they make the attempt, he's doing
Yeah,
Rossi
I
one
thought it was
more
going to work
piece
out
to go
well.
ahead,
Like, obviously,
closing
this was a
down
very
that.
good knife,
Now
and I
T1
thought once
tying
this
it up
omen
at
got
5
hit,
to
they were
5.
just going to try and go
Timeout
over
working
towards B.
wonders here for the squad.
But,
Still a bit
yeah,
of
pretty
cash,
heavy
though, to work
committed.
through, but winning this round, that'll break things down even further.
Man,
for
I
the
need
side
to
of
just watch the
RRQ.
minimap to see where Saya goes.
I mean, this is what really
He's just on a solo
the
mission
works.
every single time.
all 3 players getting caught by
did
that
nearly
0
get the
point.
kill, though.
Jemkin can't go for the entry. He can't try to create space, and then they just end up losing flips to that very nicely timed spray from Rossi.
Wonder what Rossi had to say after that one. I mean, he's feeling pretty good. I'm sure he's got the most kills on the team. Is now
Different type of B hit this time.
trying to look for someone here as the quick
Similar
lead get
util
on
in
the
terms
site,
of
but this
flash
entry
and
not quite as
sight.
clean as the first
Rossi's
one,
ready
and
this
now
time.
the rest of the team
Rossi's
is
got
gonna
to
follow
somehow
up.
get
Rossi,
another.
here with a nice flash, kind of flashes himself at the side there, and Elmimore will take him down.
Yeah, this one, it's far too chaotic here. Messiah player to try to line up any of those shots.
Yeah,
with the
there's too much
operator.
damage
Drone now
done
up
here.
over the
It is
top,
another
spots
2v3
one
though, we've
market,
seen this one.
expert now noted. And now
Okay,
taking
well.
down Elmimore, making the best of that Guardian. Carpe with a reveal of his own is able to find one, swings on the corner, can't quite line up
So
the other.
stupid, man.
RQ,
This gun.
they lose a couple rounds in a row. They
6
say,
on
right, let's
attacks,
up the
looking
pressure,
very nice at the
storm their
moment.
way into the A site. Is it clean? Absolutely not. Is it entertaining? You're damn right. They get themselves a round win and now up to 6.5.
Yes, yeah,
As clean as long as
I
you
agree
get
with
the
you.
round win. That's what I always
Like
say.
on paper, it shouldn't
Oh, yeah, I
be
mean,
looking
We heard it from
as
Ewok
bad as
himself,
it
you know,
is.
in regards to
I believe.
Flips having 0 kills on that last icebox. He's like, I don't care as long as we're winning. It's like his calling is
Yeah.
going well. I don't care about individual performance. Scoreboard doesn't matter.
Just win the rounds.
What the heck?
Jemkin goes and dies, you know, kind of messing up some of the utility.
Surely
from
it's
the other
nerfed by
members. Doesn't
champs?
matter.
Man, I don't
Just
think
get
so.
in, win the rounds, get aggressive.
I don't think they're even gonna touch the gun.
Kind of surprised they didn't send it again, but maybe trying to peek, maybe trying to find Saya if he were to.
Yeah, this
peek out of
this
an
one
AD
might
once
work
again.
a bit better. A
This
main
time,
controlled, they
just,
hit the omen, but look at
out of
this.
B main.
Rossi on
He
top
might
of the
be
fact
first
that
person
they
to
have
contact if
omen
RRQ
ult,
do commit to this push
so
towards B.
They
really
open things
just
up with
maybe
that
too
null
obvious on
command.
this one.
Here's to see if Saya actually tries to stand his ground. He won't have the
Because
exit.
omen gets hit by the knife and then they go back and then
Oh boy.
Just around the corner.
someone at least called they had
read this.
omen ult.
Oh, the
And
flash, they swing in a little bit too late. Now Rossi here in main, able to
One
put
more?
2 down on the ground.
Massive.
Rossi with an effective third.
yeah, and just get out of there and wait
Is
for your
that res?
teammate.
Quick tap on it around the corner, but they need to try to fight their way out of this one. Estrella will be able to find the headshot. Shutting down Rossi here for the moment. Paranoia across, swings out.
Nice shot
Ends up
still.
falling.
Okay, 6-6. I
That
feel
is
like
6
I feel like
to 6
T1
here on the
considering
half.
where it was at one point, like the full
As-
2, should be
yeah,
pretty
well,
happy
he
with
finally
this.
used the lockdown
Yeah.
after the half was over, but
Again, I've still
wasn't
never
fully
seen
necessary.
a defense
As well, I
half
guess.
that was like
yeah, very
this
close
aggro.
map so far,
Not
6
like
to
set
6,
strats
back and
aggro,
forth.
just
Feels
like I wanna
T1
peek
kinda getting
everyone
back on the
aggro.
horse, calling the timeout at 5-3 deficit and picking up 3
Clove?
out of the
Nah, I
last
don't think we'll
4,
see any
to get
Clove
it to
until
even. Certainly kind of
bit 2.
calming things down, not getting as crazy with the peaks and just holding some angles.
We'll
and it
see though,
worked
a
out.
week is a
RRQ
good...
did get that one aggressive round,
The only
but
way you're going to see it is
outside
if a
of that,
team has a
feels
really
like we
bad
have a
map
pretty close,
and they're trying to just work
um,
out how
got
to
a
make
pretty
it
key
better.
friends. with the stuffed animal there on the desk. But yeah, pretty close map in this one.
Like they're just trying to
and I suppose
have a new look
T1
on it, basically.
Not too off the wall.
Both Friday.
To be fair, I would consider you as the lone T1 predictor. Williams is not fully because he believes in T1. It's more because every time he predicts for RRQ, he curses them and he loves them more than just about anything.
Still counts as a pred. Whatever the reason, he did put it on T1.
We'll see if you guys are rewarded for that. As Rossi, a hell of a performance
RRQ
so far,
1-0 in terms of the
leading in
pistols.
kills here in the lobby at this moment. Now we switch sides, RRQ over to the defense. T1 though, heavy stack, full 5 members over in B lobby.
Wait, are they doing their B rush back to them? That's so funny.
Might try to give them a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, they're doing their B rush back to them.
We saw RRQ coming in, just pressing W, just going right over the top.
Scarlet could stop this though. He's lined up with a one-way, and then does he instant Omen Flash once he hears them going close? Yes, he does. Recon to stop this. Shock dart is good, but Rossi's hit an absolute shot. This guy back aside needs to kill 2.
Spotted, noted. Here in boat, splash straight into his face, still comes away with 1.
The BXX on pistol right now looking great.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
I mean, I think Rossi hit an absolute. What the?
He can't quite land those shots. He had so many
but did his? I felt like his crosshair was on.
So
Did he tap slower?
Right on the board here from the attacker side, and that is going to be fantastic. Trying to get some momentum for yourself in the second half on RRQ's map pick, and once again, just. We did have, you know, the one man here on the site surviving for a decent amount of time, but wasn't quite enough as the entry came swiftly in onto B.
7-6, T1 tying up the pistol round count.
They won Sheriff, and
decent investment here.
Everyone buys into this one, and they got a farming gun.
Pistol in their hands.
Dude, knife hit 4, so they insta push over towards B. Gotta speed up if they wanna. I mean, they know the knife hit them. They gotta speed up.
Really investing much of anything as
knife goes in. Drone goes out.
Made him known. Performance with those sheriffs
okay, there's a nice speed up from them. I was a little bit worried.
Tag him up though. Saya wanting to take a peek in towards heaven. Spots the shoulder, and Straya not swinging wide enough to identify Saya player. Does end up falling down.
Yeah, gonna be a pretty tough ask here for the side of RRQ. Let's see how they want to do this. Maybe just straight up through the door. As Execute is here, just spraying him down. Even
He just eats the flash that gets everyone anyway.
Oh.
Okay, 1 kill into this one, and no extra armor rebuys, so very nice.
Control at the moment, and yeah, I mean, just pretty straight up stuff. Kind of reminds me of the way that RRQ played it from the attacker side at the beginning of the map. Go B one time really quick, go A little bit slower, and then eventually just execute onto the site.
It's never quite far enough out to be able to spot him. I mean, you know, you have a weapon advantage. You know that you're pretty screwed in that position. You might as well just hold your ground, hold down M1. Execute rewarded for that. As
M1?
Mouse 1.
You don't call it left click?
Left click, whatever.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say M1.
Well, you have now.
Yeah.
Execute not opting to spend too much, wants to have his economy.
Punish over towards A main, what they want to do. And that is not how you do it. How's he done that with a Spectre?
Outside of A, and they just end up getting
Surely use some util there.
Izu coming up huge.
Yeah, that's pretty rough, and it's going to be a couple of upgrades as well for T1. So they just get onto the site for free, and RRQ are just running away.
Oh no, it's one of these rounds.
That is not the round you want to see if you're RRQ. I wouldn't even be surprised.
T1 get the upgrades.
Timeout called.
Full site.
Either now or on the next round.
All the money.
That one was, they got kind of mowed down in A main, and now the round is just over.
I've already written down on my sheet that they called a timeout because I feel very confident that that is exactly what's
I'm really surprised it went down like this.
Commit. The bonus conversion here,
commit here, then commit here.
A dangerous spot to be in for RRQ.
I'm fine with the first commit because then it should be like info jiggle to Omen Flash into. I mean anything but this. And then should the jet not be the one first?
Oh boy, Saya spotting Elmi more. the gun barrel, giving things away. Xpharaoh will be able to take him out. Keeps his own weapon in his hands, but that is a
yeah, and we're gonna do is start looking over towards here. 5, 5. This is 7.
Timeout confirmed.
Wow, what is that?
Nice.
Yeah, it almost was like T1 got in there before RRQ realized. Even though there was the one guy in wine, they just didn't see them walking in. And then, obviously, they were a bit caught off guard. And then Izu's just able to spray them down. I think he's the one that confirmed the kills, but he had a couple of his teammates shooting as well. And it was almost like they just got caught off guard. And it was a free entry into A with that overcommittal.
Yeah, that sounds
RRQ,
like Prius.
And then it was just over, as we saw. So easy time to call a timeout. And I'm not a coach. I'm not sure what I would say in this one.
Hey, you got to make sure they win this round.
Focus back in on this.
This is a rough start here.
Identify where things are going wrong, what the misreads are, what the tendencies are of T1, at least the ones that they've been showing thus far on this attack side.
Yeah, it has to be better than that over towards A main. That is not the one by any means.
Gaps you might be having here in the
Especially when it's like a bonus round, so they can just do something bold like a contact.
Effective 4-round win streak across both halves for T1. Still, I mean, they have a
okay, the money diff is crazy. We got two people that close to 6K. We got 3 people that have to eco next round. Unless they get up, I mean, no, they're wrecked.
Let's see what this is going to look like for the side of RRQ. They have 3 guys in mid and around pizza at the moment. So
oh no! Oh my! What is going on? How does this recon? How is the recon allowed to do this? Whoa!
Might not matter too much anymore.
No,
swings in, the
man.
paranoia hits him. What an effort for him, though. Be able to find those 2 kills, but
yeah, he looked angry.
3 people middle, no dart breakers.
Not gonna get the
Did
ace.
these two just have a comm
is-
issue?
That's almost worse than the round we saw last time. I mean,
Yeah, the 2
3
rounds
people
we've seen in a
mid, you
row
get
are an
scouted,
absolute
nobody gets
disaster, man.
started, And everybody just gets sprayed down.
How's
There
no
was
one shooting this
escape
dart?
for those 3 members, and it was an easy cleanup for T1. Kind of reading the situation very well as well. As you'll see, the dart comes in. And it
Bro, that's a
bounces, and
normal
they just
dart.
They can't clear it in time.
it seems like they just were not prepared for where that one was going to end
Yeah.
up. I mean, you know, again, solid effort from Flips to be able to look like maybe that was going to be turnable, but
What do you reckon? They both
put on his best fishy chair
They
impersonation
both
with that Guardian.
hit the.
Yeah.
It was
shout out
knife.
to Carpe, very nice angle, I
Knife
guess,
into
on the dart,
flash.
but you got to be ready for those.
Then they both
So
ate
now
the
here comes
flash, and no
T1.
one's playing anti-flash.
Once again, slow push onto A.
Coming down, expecting that recon at any moment, but they're just holding this, and this means that because they're just creeping
So
forward,
they're
they have
walking
no
on
idea that
sight.
they're in the sun. I mean, look at
Oh
Estrella.
my
He has
goodness,
no
man!
idea whatsoever. Chemkin now
It is
overwhelmed,
falling
swarmed,
apart.
ends up falling at
They-
T1. What
Dude,
a
the
call.
call
What
is
a read.
nice
They say,
though.
okay, you know
There's
what?
this
Let's just
contact
enter
walk
with
all the
no
way in. The
detail.
calling's been nice on this.
And now the
Holy
cleanup
hell!
continues, and T1 are running away
So
with
they
this
know they're
half.
scared
This
over
is
towards A
domination.
main because of
And
what happened earlier.
whoever it was,
And they just
I
take the
assume
free space
that,
and just
you know,
walk all the way
it was
in.
probably
Oh
accurate.
my goodness,
We'll give
this
him the
is.
credit, given that it's his first day IGL.
These 3 rounds are an
to just
absolute
not send the
disaster for
recon. Let's
RRQ.
just walk into sight. There's nothing
Yeah.
set up here to play contact for
No
them.
one plays anti-flash
There's
in the
no
round
alarm bot,
before.
there's no turret.
But I mean, we
Let's
go all
just
the way
get
back,
into the
right? No one
site,
did any
don't
Yuto
send
and A
anything,
main.
and
No one
peek
played
some
any
corners
flash
they're
for the
likely hiding
flash.
behind.
Might as
Then
well
got hit
throw
by
in
the
a timeout
recon.
at this point, but,
And then
you
next
know, the
round,
last
no
one
one's
didn't
even
work,
facing
and the
or
last
jump
2 rounds
spotting
look
over
like that.
towards
I
B.
don't know if this is going to help.
I mean,
You gotta
A,
try.
sorry.
I mean, it's kind of funny too because you would imagine the mind games, right? They kind of got screwed by a recon dart in the round right before. So they're like, okay, let's be really ready. Let's be ultra focused to see if a dart comes in.
Oh, they're melting,
And
yeah.
then you just don't send it, right? You just walk at them.
Don't take my Shanghai
total
thing
mind
back.
game domination from the side of T1, and I don't know what's gotten into them, but they look pretty incredible
Yeah, they
in the
look.
second half. And RRQ,
I mean, I
have
think
had
this is
0
RRQ messing
answers.
up. I will say that this last round
Insane.
doesn't worry me too much for RRQ because this is, I mean, obviously
make the
someone
call,
should
let's
be
just
jump
dunk walk
spotting,
into
especially when
A
it's
site.
just so fun to jump
Everything will
spot
go
here
well.
easy.
it was
RRQ
very
now-
unexpected to say the
But
least.
Yeah,
most,
and I mean,
yeah,
now this is
I've
so many
rarely
things that
see
RRQ
team
need to
call
be
this. This is like such a
cognizant of,
CS
and
goal,
they need to
man.
try
It's
to,
pretty good.
Expect to predict which
Just a
thing
contact
T1 is
walk
going
all
to
the
try
way
to
in.
do. Are they going to play default? Are they going to play contact? Are they going to send out this
Triple
util and try to
Guardian.
find picks through wall bangs? Are they going to just walk in? There's a multitude of options.
Yeah. Or are they just going to
Marcus goes into, yeah, it's insta effect.
Something
It's
you generally have
insane.
to be careful for. As
I think they've been
Sandar
looking
comes through,
good,
but
but
nobody on the side of RRQ is there. As they're just going to
that
play
was
it a bit more passively
that
this
was a
time
nightmare.
around.
Yep, very quietly done here from T1.
Right here.
I've go short and they
Not
both
noting
dodged the
anything there.
knife.
They're making a little bit of noise. A couple pings will come down into mid.
IGLing, excurators.
Yeah, really it's just Jemkin who is watching this angle, if anyone is going to go through market. We've seen Saya just try to lurk forward, bit by bit, trying to creep forward before. But for now, just keeping it very quiet.
See though, this type of that's a nice knife. This type of IGLing, when you're just doing stuff like that, like an IGL that's happy to throw something so risky in.
Okay, standing his ground for the moment.
Good man.
Continues to want to try to fight this one.
Will work well in
Will just be
Valorant, I
backing
think.
away.
But most people do have some kind of
But
contact
looks like they're
though.
decently aware of that.
Most people are at least jump
Was
spotting.
considering sending the nano over to that position for the brief little moment.
Does the flash hit? Yes, it does.
Swing out.
Holy
Just
hell.
full whiffs
They
across
win
the board as
all
4
four.
players disappear. T1 just Thanos snapping them out of existence, and suddenly it is only Estrella left.
They have 4 there, they all got deleted. Okay, the map is so done. 6 chances.
Up to map point.
T1 kind of just dunking on him now. They play it quietly, and then they go for a very clean push. And RRQ was ready. They had 4 people there. They were ready for the push, and it didn't matter.
What do you think about rotating IGLs could be the new meta? No, I don't suggest it, man. Honestly. It normally shows a bad sign, but it looks like they needed something.
Just, you know, spotting one by one the members. Really nice flash to come through on the entry from T1.
Oh my.
Kind of saying the same thing that I was. There's not really much else to say
Yeah,
about it. Just domination
6 on this one.
Yeah, they are absolutely feeling it here.
For that, I mean, they haven't got a defense
Not
round
dropping
yet.
a single round here in this half. T1
Shock goes in. I don't like this strat though. Late shock goes in so you can insta take timing if it does break the alarm bot. Ripple swing off short. Do they just try and go back and jaw this? Must be so tempting for these mid people.
Taking one on the shoulder. Sparrow trying to maintain control of mid, but it doesn't have the alarm bot here to play off of. Turret still on cooldown.
Whoa.
Command invested.
KO. Oh, pops. They pick the site with 2 people, no one on site. Where's my smoke at? Did he get hit by the KO? Yeah, he did.
But Rossi again! Another 3K! What is it, the 3rd, the 4th one? Jemkin will be able to find Carpe. They now bring it into a 2v3. Rossi down low on HP. A fragment.
How's he got the
All
first
the
2
has
though?
to work with.
Oh, if he just clicks. Just kind of staring each other down through the smoke.
Smoke about to dissipate.
They know they're coming from that direction as well. Xcurate playing this angle very, very nicely.
Yeah, I mean, this one's done. One Omen flash. Okay, that was a... First of all, this was an impressive attack half. RRQ messed up in a lot of big rounds, but the calling was like good to make sure they actually capitalized on it.
13 to 6. They take down RRQ.
Dude, like just stop believing in RRQ when this happens.
Yeah.
At least
looking like a different team today.
it's looking
This is
okay
kinda
for my
what we
pick'ems,
expected
I
from
guess.
the beginning of the split.